welcome to my little bookish corner of the internet. My name's Harriet. Today I'm going to be taking you along with me as I experience my first time reading a Terry Pratchett book, and I've gone for Hogfather. This is one of the books within the Discworld series that I believe that you don't have to read in order. It's almost like a standalone, but it is part of the universe that Terry Pratchett created. And as I say, this is my first time experiencing this author's writing, so I was really excited to start it. I'm currently on page 77, and so far I'm finding it so much fun. The writing is really quirky, really fun, whimsical, very fantastical. It seems that we're following a team of bandits, assassins, that are setting their sights on killing Hogfather, who seems to be this world's version of Santa Claus. Instead of reindeer, he has pigs. And I'm not sure if he's supposed to look like this guy on the front cover, who is incredibly creepy, but so far there are some really strange and unusual magical characters. This does involve the character of Death as well, who's really interesting. And there is a Death version of rats. So there's a rat Death, and at the moment he's flying on the back of a raven who can talk. So yes, very interesting, very different to what I was actually expecting. I wasn't expecting it to be as whimsical and slightly mad as what it is, but it's been so much fun. It's so easy to read. The text itself is actually really big in this edition, so even though it looks like quite a chunky book, I think it's going to be very quick to get through, and I'm just really enjoying it. It's very festive while also giving me the fancy kick that I was really hoping to get. So much better than what I was expecting, to be honest. I wasn't sure if it was going to be a little bit too almost old school, something my uncle would read, which I definitely know he has read this book, so maybe that's why I am associating it with that. But it is surprising me, and I'm really excited to see where the story is going to go. So as I say, I'm just going to update you and go along, share my journey with my first time reading this author's work. So I hope that you enjoy, and I will see you in my next clip.
Okay, so a quick reading update before I head off to work. This weekend I felt like I didn't want to pick this book up, and I felt like I didn't read a lot, but I'm actually on page 241. So I've read a fair amount since the last time I checked in with you. I am enjoying it. I'm just not in a very kind of ready mood at the moment. I don't really know what's going on. Don't know if it's the weather or I'm just tired with work, but things are quietening down at work now, so I feel like I can actually take a full lunch break and hopefully try and get to more of this today. So I'll check in with you later.
Hello and welcome to another day. Sorry that I didn't pick up my camera last night to film. I just wasn't feeling it, so I didn't want to just film for the sake of filming, but I wanted to give you an update of how I'm getting on with Hogfather. Kind of wanted to talk a little bit more about Pratchett's writing, which I think is the thing that is capturing me the most at the moment. I'm around about 70 pages away from the end, so I'm hopefully going to finish this today, but this will likely be the last clip of me talking about this book because I won't have time to film tonight, and this video is going to be going up on Wednesday, which today is tomorrow, but as you're watching this is today, if that makes sense. But usually from around that point in the book I can tell if it's something that I have enjoyed or not. But I will obviously update you in my reading wrap up for the month anyway. So you will hear my final thoughts at some point. It's just my journey with this author's writing. So Pratchett's writing just feels very almost old-fashioned, old school fantasy, very, very fantastical and very weird and unusual, which I'm really enjoying. I like how kooky this book is, how strange all the characters are. It just feels even more magical and even more whimsical than what I was expecting it to be. Sometimes classic fantasy can be a little bit dry, but this is definitely not like that. It's very fast-paced without feeling overwhelming. The characters feel human without actually being human. Everyone is very humorous, very funny. Even the character of Death himself is a character that I really enjoy reading about, and it isn't all doom and gloom. It's very entertaining. So I've been having a wonderful time with this author's writing, and I do think that I would like to one day start the actual Discworld series in the order that it's supposed to be read in. As I mentioned previously, this is part of the Discworld series, but it isn't a book that you have to read in a certain order. And I'm glad that I started with this one because I feel like the theme of Christmas has made it an even more enjoyable experience for me. So overall, there's not really anything bad that I can say about this. I think my little reading slump halfway through this book is not to do with the book and is more to do with work and the time of year and the feeling that time is going by very quickly at the moment. I don't really know what's happening. I don't know where my weeks and weekends are going, but they're disappearing very quickly, and now we're only a month away from Christmas, which is wild. So yeah, I don't think that's to do with the book. I do think that it's to do with myself. And I genuinely would want to recommend this to anyone that is interested in trying this author's writing, that would like a festive book without it being all romancy and rom-commy, which tends to be the theme with Christmas books. This doesn't have that in here. It's just very fantastical and magical. And I think it's a really good book for cozying up with on a rainy day or a snowy day. There's lots of talk of food and snow and Christmas decorations. So if you have been thinking of picking it up, I do recommend it. Give it a go and see what you think. Thank you for joining me on this little adventure into the world of Terry Pratchett. I hope that you enjoyed the video. Let me know down below if you recommend me trying out the entire series and seeing how I get on with it. But that is everything for me today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!